At some point in almost every family's recruiting journey, the same thing happens. A coach who seemed interested goes quiet. Maybe they were responding regularly and then the email stopped. Maybe you went on a campus visit and everything felt great and then nothing. Maybe your athlete reached out 2 or 3 times and has not heard back a word. And that's a silence that most parents do one of two things: they panic or they do something that makes it worse. I've watched families spiral in silence. I've watched parents fire off emails to coaches that they should have never sent. I've watched athletes get so discouraged by the quiet that they stopped reaching out to anyone at all. And I've watched opportunities disappear, not because a coach lost interest, but because a family did not know how to handle the silence. That is what this video is about, because the silence is not always what you think it is. And knowing how to respond to it is one of the most important skills a recruiting family can develop. And if you're new here, again, my name's Keith Mondillo. I'm entering my 32nd year as an NCAA director of athletics and head basketball coach. I've been on both sides of this process. I've sat on the other side reading the emails, watching the film, taking the calls, and making the decisions about who gets a roster spot and who doesn't. And I can tell you directly from the coach's side of this, there's a lot of reasons why a coach goes quiet that have nothing to do with your child. And there are also times when the silence is telling you something important that you need to hear. This video will help you tell the difference. This video is for families navigating Division 2 and 3 NAIA junior college and the non-scholarship and mid-major levels of Division 1. If that's your family, this channel exists for you. And everything I'm about to share applies directly to your situation. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what coach silence means, what it doesn't mean, and the specific steps your family should take when the responses stop coming. Let me start here because this is where most families get it wrong. When a coach stops responding, the first thing a parent assumes is that their child's been rejected, that interest is gone, that the door's closed. And that assumption leads to reactions that are either too emotional or too aggressive and almost always make things worse. Here's what I want you to understand. College coaches are incredibly busy people. They're running practices, managing their current rosters, evaluating films, evaluating recruiting films, traveling to events, handling compliance paperwork, all doing it while trying to build relationships with dozens of prospective athletes at the same time. Silence from a coach does not automatically mean no. It often means not right now. It can mean the roster situation changed. It can mean that they're in the middle of a season. It can mean your athlete's email got buried in an inbox with about 300 other messages. It can mean that they're waiting to see how another recruit decides before they move forward. Silence is information, but it rarely is the final answer. The families who handle it best are the ones who stay calm, stay organized, and take the right next steps without letting emotion drive their decision. Now, I want to be straight with you because you deserve honesty here. Sometimes the silence is telling you something real. And part of navigating this process well is being willing to hear it. If your athlete's reached out to a coach multiple times over several months and has received no response at all, that coach may have moved in a different direction. That's a real possibility, and it's okay to acknowledge it. Not every program is going to be the right fit. Not every coach is going to have a spot, and not every level of interest turns into an offer. The families who struggle the most in this process are the ones who refuse to read the signs and keep pouring time and energy into a program that has quietly moved on. That time and energy belongs somewhere else. Honest self assessment is not giving up, it's being strategic. It's redirecting your athlete's effort towards a program that are actually recruiting them instead of chasing ones that are not. And here's something I've told families for 31 years: the right program for your child is the one that wants them, not the one you have to beg, not the one that keeps you guessing, one that is actively communicating, showing genuine interest and making your athlete feel like they belong there. If the silence is lasting and consistent, it may be time to expand the list and open new doors. Here's the most important thing I want you to take from this video. Before a parent does anything in response to a coach silence, the athlete needs to act first. This goes back to everything we talked about in the earlier videos in this playlist. The communication belongs to the athlete, and that doesn't change just because things have gone quiet. Your athlete should send a professional, brief, and confident follow up, not an emotional one and not a desperate one. A simple message that provides something new, an update on a recent game or season, a new film link, a tournament that they're attending, something that gives the coach a reason to re engage without making it feel like a chase. Something like, I want to reach out with an update on my season. We just finished our tournament and I had a strong showing. I've updated my film and want to make sure you had the latest. I remain very interested in your program and would love to connect when you have a moment. That's it. Short, professional, confident. It gives the coach something new and it shows that the athlete is still engaged and still interested without coming across as desperate or pushy. And then your athlete waits 1 week, maybe two. If there's still no response, they follow up one more time. If there's still nothing after that, well, it's time to have an honest conversation about whether this program belongs on your list or not. Now, let me talk about the parent's role in this moment because this is where things go sideways very fast. Here's what parents should never do when coaches stop responding. Don't email the coach yourself. Don't call them. Don't show up at an event and try to corner a coach for a conversation. Don't send a frustrated or emotional message on behalf of your athlete. All of those things send a signal to a coach that this family is going to be difficult. And coaches have enough difficulty managing their programs without adding a high maintenance family to the equation. I've seen parents do all of those things with good intentions. And I've watched coaches cross athletes off their list, not because of the athlete, but because of the parent. Your job in the silence is to be calm, not the one who reacts. Here's what you should do. Sit down with your athlete and help them think through the follow up strategy. Help them craft a message that's professional and confident. Practice it with them. Give them feedback and let them send it. If the silence continues, help your athlete assess the situation. Talk through what it might mean. Help them decide whether to keep pursuing that program or redirect their energy elsewhere. Ask the right questions. Do not make the decision for them. And throughout all of it, remind your athlete that silence from one program does not define their recruiting. It's one door. There are others. And the families who keep their heads down, stay organized, and keep working are the ones who find the right opportunity. If coach silence is not isolated to one program, but it's happening across multiple schools that your athletes reached out to, well, that signal's worth paying attention to. It could mean the outreach approach needs to change. The emails might not be compelling enough. The film might need to be updated. The school list might not be realistic for your athlete's current level. It could mean the target list needs expanding. As I mentioned earlier, some families spend so much time chasing one level that they really miss opportunities at programs that would genuinely want their child. And it could mean your athlete needs to keep developing. Sometimes the honest answer is that the talent level is not quite there yet. And the right response is to keep working, get more reps, improve your film, and re engage in the next season. None of those things are failures. All of them are information. And families who treat that information as useful instead of devastating are the ones who ultimately find the right fit. Recruiting is a marathon. The families who stay steady, stay honest, and keep moving forward are the ones who look back on this process without regret. I'm going to close this video and this entire playlist with something I want you to think about. You've now watched 5 videos covering the most important things a recruiting parent needs to understand. Your role, the mistakes to avoid, how to have honest conversation, when to step in and step back, and how to handle the silence. But knowing all of this and being able to execute it consistently over 2 or 3 years of recruiting are two very different things. You need a system, not just information. Think about it this way. Like I said this all the time, you would not start a new job without orientation. You wouldn't walk in on day one without someone showing you how the system works, what your expectations are, and what you're supposed to do first. But families spend thousands of dollars each year on travel teams, showcases, hotel rooms, private lessons, and entry fees without ever getting a real orientation to how the college athletic recruiting process actually works. And then they wonder why everything feels so chaotic. Well, that's exactly what the college recruiting on ramp system is. It's your family's complete orientation to this process. It's not a collection of tips. It's a structured foundation that shows you how recruiting actually works behind the scenes, how coaches evaluate and build rosters, where your child fits realistically, and what to do first, next, and then after that. 4 resources that work together as one complete system: the Athletic Recruiting Roadmap, the Parents Recruiting Survival Guide, Don't Pick the Wrong School, and the On Ramp System Implementation Guide that puts it all together in a step by step plan your family can actually follow. From confused to clear, from reactive to structured, from guessing to executing. You can find it at keithmondillo.com, and I will drop it in the link directly in the description below. That wraps up the Recruiting Parent Playbook. 5 videos. Everything a recruiting parent needs to know to show up the right way for their athlete throughout this process. If you watched all 5 videos, I want you to know something. You are already ahead of most families going through this right now. Most parents are navigating this blind. You're not. If you found value in this playlist, share it with another recruiting family. There are parents in your circle going through this exact process right now who need to hear what you just heard. Subscribe to this channel because we have a lot more coming. Every week, I'm putting out content built specifically for families just like yours. And go grab the College Recruiting On Ramp System at keithmondillo.com. It's the next right step after finishing this playlist. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and good luck.